Hey.
Hey, how are you doing?
I've felt better.
Well, I'm Flo, and this is Dude behind the camera, and this is payback for all the times he makes me film when I'm sick. Poor guy.
That's real mean.
I don't know.
I'll try not to cough on you and the food.
Well, that would be nice.
I that's the least I can do.
At the very least.
Yeah.
All right. Hey everyone, we're making Peking pork chops today, and we're going to be using the air fryer to crisp them up. Normally they would be deep fried at a restaurant and then the sauce goes over top. And if you don't know what Peking pork chop is, they usually come in little pieces or a whole pork chop. And the sauce is kind of a sweet and sour, tomatoey kind of sauce. It's a little bit more mellow than straight up sweet and sour pork. Full written recipes are available to my patrons on Patreon, and you can find more information in the description below. Now let's get started. I have 2.5 pounds of pork shoulder that I've cut up into smaller pieces. They're about 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch thick, and about 3 inches wide. And I'm going to marinate this for about 1/2 hour with 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of cooking wine. And if you don't have cooking wine, you can just use a white wine, 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, two tablespoons of cornstarch, and 2 tablespoons of water. Oh my goodness, what a mess.
Uh-huh. Did you get the water in there though?
Yes, I got water into the bowl.
Okay, that's
Okay.
good.
I'm just gonna stir it up. This is actually a childhood favorite of mine. Of course, anything sweet and sour as a kid we would love. We would either order sweet and sour pork or lemon chicken, or this dish, which is Peking pork chops or pork ribs. And even though it kind of originates from an area in China, it was only made popular through Cantonese restaurants overseas, which is why it's so popular here in North America.
We totally grew up with that, much to the disappointment of our parents, I'm sure. But secretly, they really loved it too.
I'm sure they do too.
Just putting on their disapproving Chinese parent thing.
Well, our kids love it and we love it. So I'm assuming that when they have kids, their kids are going to love it too.
Yes.
And they're still going to eat it as adults.
Yeah.
All right, we're moving on to the sauce now as we're marinating the pork.
Hey, this is like East meets West there.
Oh.
Heinz, Lee and Parents, Worcestershire.
Essentially it is, right? But
Yeah.
this is my version. So this is what I think goes into it and my portions. So I'm starting off with 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of ketchup. And I've said this before, but did you know that ketchup is actually Chinese? Because ke in Chinese is tomato and jup means sauce. So it's tomato sauce in Chinese, but in English it's ketchup.
Huh.
Who knew?
You did.
3 tablespoons of ketchup, 2 tablespoons of Worcester, 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, 1 tablespoon of black vinegar, and this is the brand, and it's actually called, I can't even pronounce it,
Qingqiang
vinegar. So just 1 tablespoon of this, and 1 tablespoon of hoisin sauce. I'm just gonna mix that up. and set that aside. And we're going to cook this down a little bit later, and then we're going to toss our pork into the sauce. I have some potato starch here, and I'm going to coat my pork chops in it and then put it in the air fryer. So I have about, I don't know, maybe start off with half a cup. I'm just going to coat it on both sides. And shake off the excess. Then I'm going to spray them with some vegetable oil. And I am using a trivet to separate them a little bit. And I'm going to put another layer on top. I'm sure there is a trivet that actually goes into the air fryer, but I haven't picked one up yet, so I'm just using what I have. Stick them in here. I think I'm going to cook them at 400 for 10 minutes and then flip them over. I'm just finishing off the second batch of the pork pieces, and I did 10 minutes on one side. I flipped them over and did another 5 minutes on the other side at 400 degrees. And while I'm doing the second batch, I have the first batch in the toaster oven keeping warm. So now we're in the last 5 minutes of the second batch. We're gonna make our sauce, and when the pork is ready, we'll toss it in there. Are you ready, dude?
Yeah.
Poor guy. I feel bad.
Do you?
I do. Okay, I'm just gonna pour the sauce in. And bring it to a boil. It's boiling now, and I'm going to turn off the heat. The pork will be done in a second. That was the first batch.
Oh, they look good.
Almost like deep fried.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, the sizzling.
These aren't as crispy because I think the other ones were in the toaster oven for a little bit longer. But it's fine because we're going to douse it in sauce.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to put them all in now.
The color looks gorgeous.
Yeah. This is also a money-saving meal because all this pork only cost me about $7.
Wow.
Also because pork shoulder was on sale this week. But if you were to order this in a restaurant, you'd probably get about half the portion for about $18.
Nice.
I know. And now it's time for...
Doing it for you guys. Yeah. Oh, not feeling good. It's the taste man flu edition. I feel totally messed up. So here's a good test for the taste of the food is that my taste buds are like just messed up.
So is this a true taste or not?
Oh, I don't know. We'll see.
Can you smell anything?
Yeah, I can smell it. It's very reminiscent of what we get in the restaurants. So it's got that vinegary hit.
Oh, I can hear the crispiness.
And again, because we don't deep fry, this is like the closest we're gonna get it. You're not gonna get it baked. You're not gonna, you know, the Instant Pot isn't gonna miraculously make it crispy for you. So the air fryer does a really bang up job. Yeah, this tastes good. It has surpassed even my messed up taste buds. Tender, crispy, got the acidity and the sweetness. Nice.
Awesome. Thanks, dude.
Now I'm gonna take an Advil and go to sleep.
That's a good idea. Well, Well, there you go. Another money-saving childhood favorite. I hope you'll give it a try and let me know how it goes. If you don't already, please subscribe to my channel below. You can check out my recipe book here and other videos over there. Till next time, be simple, ordinary, and joyful.